Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday. We're going to see how long it takes for this thing to get started. It looks like one's here, Joe Thanks is here, and Kim's here. I'm looking at the other computer and it doesn't look like it's started yet. At some point, I'll get the hang of this. I think you guys are in some kind of a countdown. We'll see. I'm not sure. It has to be a 2-minute countdown. I think I got to get rid of that on next time I set this up. I got to look and see if there's a timer, hun, because I think that's what it is. Not really sure. Yeah, because there's a commercial on the other one. Hey, Spray Bomb's here as well. So we'll see what's going on with that. Go over here and take a look. All right, there it goes. I started. Kim said I should start it early. I guess I should start it early. I'm not sure. I got to look and see if there's a countdown on this thing or not, and either make it faster or get rid of it. But happy Friday. Let's start up and say hello to everybody. We got Joe Thanks here. One's here. Seems happy about his Oilers being in the finals there. There's Kim. Spray Bomb's here. Chris is here. What's happening? Torp made it. What's going on, Torp? Let's start the party off. Let's have a cold beer. You guys saw my attempt at a paint job went south. We'll try again. I don't know if we'll try this weekend. We're going to do some sanding and some body work, but maybe. I bought Eastwood. I bought Eastwood's product this time to give it a try with. Tony G, Two Babe, Tony G. John's here. What's happening?
Happy Friday is right. Ooh, Spray Bomb's having ice cream. Oh, wait.
Them roller Rust-Oleum jobs work, John. I saw somebody was painting a car with the foam brushes and they thinned it out a little bit and wanted several coats. Then they wet sanded it and it looked like a $10,000 paint job. Yo, Paul White, Henry, what's happening?
Ice cream, Spray Bomb. That's not good.
Oh, they had a Mr. Frosty. I went to the cruising tonight at the local Chevrolet dealership. There's like 2 a year. They used to have it the first Friday of every month, but now they only have it twice a year. So I always try to go. It's another one I like to do. And while I was there, I looked at the belt for the alternator starting to twist. I got to make a change there. We're going to dive into that a little bit. I'm going to order a new alternator too. I think the wire's cooked. It's not charging, and now the belt's getting a little wonky.
Well, Two Babe, it's just the start of wedding season, so I'm sure you're going to have 3 more to go to this summer.
Oh, there goes our clock. Yo, Kevin L made it. What's happening, Kevin? Two Babe. Kim's over across the room there. It's kind of nice. She doesn't have to be at the table. She has her own little mic now. We both have our own mics. I really? I don't know. Try to talk into it because I have it. I ran a test before. I ran a diagnostic. It said everything was fine. That's all I can do. So yeah, the car paint job went a little crooked. Kim, you know what somebody suggested to me? I met a guy at the cruising tonight, and he did the body work on his buddy's car. He said, just get the body work straight. And he said, then just take it to Mako. He said they'll base coat and clear coat it for about $1,000, and then all you got to do is wet sand it. I didn't think that was a terrible idea, but I'm not looking for a shiny paint job. I'm looking for an epoxy black or a hot rod black color, but I thought it was a good idea. I did like the color of that black, but it didn't work. So I don't know. I had some people telling me that it's probably the primer was bad because of stirring it, using a drill. You really shouldn't use a drill, but there was no way I was going to break that clump up in the bottom of that can without assistance. So that's probably what the whole thing was. So I got the Eastwood product showed up yesterday, and it's a 2-part 1-to-1, and it has a catalyst. I got to read up on it and see if it can be made to a sealer and figure that out. But I want to do a little more cleaning the car up before I spray it on for sure.
Tony, you got a place the 1st of July? That's good news.
Oh man, that's good to hear, Tony. I'm glad you got something. Is it? Can you bring any of your stuff, or are you getting rid of the cars? Yeah, Chaz is going to Power Tour. He's on his way. Yo, Kenny's here. What's happening, Kenny?
What problems would an unvented gas cap cause?
Oh,
That's what Henry asked. I had to come over because they can't hear me.
I would. Is the green light on, hon?
Yeah.
I would definitely vent your gas tank. That can turn into a danger. First of all, couldn't you get a vapor lock? Is it carbureted, or is it a fuel injected system? I mean, it just like, it's almost like, couldn't a gas tank kind of like suck in on itself? I don't know. I tried, John. The one that went bad on me was at Shop Customs or something. I had the reason I used it is I had the reducer, and I wanted to keep the brands all the same, and I found the epoxy on Amazon, and let me see if I can find the brand, and that's the one I think went bad. Yeah, and it might be good stuff. And I think maybe I let it sit long. I don't know. It's called Restoration Shop. That's the one that I sprayed that it just did not work. But I know the DP90 works, but it's up to $400 a quart, and I'm just not paying that. And I know if I'm going to keep it in that color, that's really not expensive in the grand scheme of things. But so an amateur like me, if it goes south, I'm not in a position to waste $400. I mean,
Hey, Robbie.
All right, man, take it easy, Spray Bomb. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I hear you, Robbie. That's a little steep, but it is really good stuff. I did buy it for the dash, and when I sprayed the window openings on the car, and it does spray nice. It is nice stuff, and it works good. But
BW didn't luck out. I got my voice back.
Well, you were talking soft, honey. Maybe they didn't hear you because you were talking kind of soft. You were being a little timid, and that's not usually you. I wouldn't use timid to describe you. Yeah, Kenny. I mean, but it's supposed to be the best stuff. But anyway, I have luck with Eastwood's product, so I'm going to try it, and we'll see how it goes. But I actually, that guy raised my eyebrow because there's a Mako. It's not even 4 miles from us, over on 452, right by the old Sunoco station.
Oh, Kevin's going to meet him tomorrow.
Oh, that's exciting, man. That's awesome, Kevin.
You gonna buy anything?
Yeah, are you going with it?
My wife already told me not to raise my hand on anything.
You have to register to bid, but it'd be exciting. You never know, man. You might see something you have to have, Kevin. Never, you know.
She's not going, so you never know what will happen.
Hey, sometimes, like I told you, my buddy Brent went to one, and he was going to get one of those AC Cobra clone cars. That he had it all picked out. He went to bid on it, and he ended up coming. He got it, but he ended up coming home with a Duster too, or Demon. I was telling you guys last week because he couldn't pass up the price, and he only bought it to flip it. I think he had it a couple months.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how you doing, man? Yeah.
What was that car that I saw the other day on those commercials on YouTube?
Oh, Kim was watching YouTube and she was watching 70s commercial. Now she's on a Rebel kick. You remember the AMC Rebel? She's like, oh, I like that car.
No, I just wanted to know what that car was.
Oh, well, I figured.
Gia.
Oh, the Carmen Gia.
That's my car for the week one. Carmen Gia.
That's a Volkswagen. Yes, she did bring that one up too. But you told me about the Rebel too. You said,
I just never heard of that car.
Oh, I thought you liked that one too.
Hey, Two Big got a car painted by Mako, and he said it wasn't a show car, but it was good enough for him.
Yeah, what the guy was telling me at the car show, and he had a really nice '67 Chevelle. It had a big block 427, and his car was laser straight. And he said he did all the body work and just dropped it off, had it painted, and then he wet sanded and buffed it. He said, he's the paint, the paint job is all in the body work, from what he said. So now I know that I say my gaps on that car are never going to be perfect. I mean, I changed all the sheet metal, and I never did that stuff before. So we all know the car is not going to be perfect. And I'll be happy with a hot rod black or epoxy black with a satin clear on it, and then we can start putting little caricatures on there every once in a while and just whatever, but we'll see. I might do that. But I already bought this Eastwood, so I'm going to try again. If this job goes south, I'll probably do that. I'll probably get the body where it's as straight as I can get it, and I'll get it primered and take it over there, because he said if you take it to them, they are going to seal it anyway. So they'll seal it, then paint it. So we'll see. Double the weight and half the power. Put a big wing on there and pretend, right? One. It's one of them deals where if you because I am too, John. It's like just get a nice long board and cross hatch, and I found that I did pretty good on that front when I used the high build primer. After I get the body filler close, and then that high build really helped me. And the fact that it was black, I bought the black high build, and so it would show all the low spots. It was kind of cool. I didn't even have to put a guide coat because it wouldn't sand where it was low, so it would pick them up like that in high spots. So it was good. I still have some of that. I may spray that, but I got to read the can. I was talking about that too, because the high build primer, it said on that can, I think it said direct to metal. So, but I got other people telling me you can't do that, but everybody designs their products different now. I don't know.
Hey, Desert Rat.
Eggs over easy. Desert Rat, what's happening, Mike? Hey.
I like Corvairs too, Robbie. BW told me I was crazy. There's
one Corvair you can have. It's the van. There's one at the car show that comes every year, and it's really nice. It's a Corvair van, and everybody in here knows what I'm talking about, with the big side door that you got a ramp on it and stuff. There's one that's always at the car show up here, and it's really nice. She can have that, but why? We can do stuff in the van. That's cool, Kevin. I had a couple people, huh?
You're buffering on my phone.
I am. Hope I'm not. It doesn't look like we are on the computer. Looks fine. So yeah, John knows what I'm talking about. She doesn't. I'll have to look one up and show it to her later. I think she would actually like it. Although she's over there like this. Kim's very particular, and her tastes
Maybe not
change.
particular enough.
Her tastes change weekly. I'm surprised we've been married as long as we have, because she'll say one thing one week and then the next week it'll be something else. That's why my neck hair stood up. What was it, last year? It was, no, it was a couple months ago. She said, "Oh, I like those 65 Malibus, 64, 65 Malibus." I had a chance to get one before I bought my Camaro, and I showed it to her, and she's like, "Oh, no, 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 not that one." I'm like, and then she says this to me. I'm like, "You realize I could have had one of these about, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago?" Well, I didn't like them then.
Oh, my phone's totally.
Oh, that's not good. You want to use the computer, hon? It's
Mm.
not plugged in, so you can turn it towards you. Here.
Mm.
Do you want me to put it over there? My phone was messing up with the YouTube too, honey. I couldn't get it on.
Let me start my phone. Anyway,
They must have like a bunch of them around here, John, because there was a couple for sale last year. There was 2 right down there in Chester that were for sale. Mm. Mm. Oh, I'm sorry. That's cool. That's what I think. So
I want to go to once I just buy something and park it down the street and let me find it.
eventually, she has to pick it, dude. If she wants something, she can have whatever she wants. It doesn't matter. We're old now. We can't leave everything to our son. So if she wants to play with something even if she plays with it for a season or two, you guys know the deal. You can just resell it to somebody. All we are is caretakers of these things. What, hon? All we are is caretakers of these things. You play with them for a couple of years, get something else. That's all. Dan's like a wholesaler now, man. He's selling off the whole fleet. That's pretty cool. I like S10s, Tony. They're pretty cool. Exactly, Kenny. That's all we are as caretakers. I mean, certain stuff I understand, like the 55. I'm not selling that. I can't. I will never get the money back that I have in it, number one. And it's not a financial thing. And I'm just too attached to it. I know where every weld on that car is. Like I said, as soon as I pulled into the parking lot of the Cruise, I knew something wasn't right. And I go right over, I look under there. I'm like, yep, the belt's twisting. And then I popped the hood up. And I told Kim, I think last Sunday, I said, the wire for the alternator's cooked. And I don't think it was ever the right alternator. And we put an exciter wire on it, all that. And the cable I used, it was 10, I think it was 10 wire. And I think that should be 6 wire. So I'm going to get a regular cable. I'm going to get a new alternator, 100 amp, sync 1 wire alternator, and put it on there. I got a new belt, and I'm going to finally align the pulleys 100%. I actually have a laser aligner at work. You put 3 little magnet things on there, and then you put the magnetic torpedo on there. I just got to, I'm sure it's in my toolbox. I just got to ask to bring it home, and then I'll put it back when I'm done. But I might bring it home for the weekend, on a weekend, to do that alignment on them pulleys. Because I have to make 1/2-inch bushings, and I'm going to have to buy some longer bolts, because the bolts are in the head. They're in the head about 3/4 of an inch, and I need a 1/2 inch of shim at least. So I definitely have to get a longer bolt. I hear you, Robbie. I felt like that too. And I'll make a video when I do it, and then I'll show you guys because I think I made a video a while back when we originally put that on there, and I showed then I bought the wire off of uh, Amazon 10 wire. It said automotive 10 wire. Okay, and it was red. Yeah, give me that. I have plenty of lugs in the shop, and I got them little lead balls where I can solder the stuff on if I want to and all that stuff, plus crimp. And so I bought that. But when it got here, the insulation on that was like rubber. And I didn't like it. And when I pull it out off and show you guys the burn and all that, when I make the video, the burn on the wire and all that, you'll see when I pull the sleeve back further, it's just a weird insulation. So I think I'm just going to go with a pre-made wire. I'm going to measure it up. I think I'm going to need a 5-footer, but we'll see. And I'm just going to run it right to the solenoid of the starter.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch them tomorrow and Sunday. I don't miss the Phillies unless they're on Apple TV.
Yeah, she's in withdrawal 2 days in a row without a game. And she likes them at night, but next 2 days she has to watch them during the day. So she was complaining about that. Kim complains a lot.
No, I don't. I wasn't complaining. It was more of just having a discussion.
Oh, okay. Have a sip.
I'm gonna get a fat lip. How about that?
You guys hear the kind of stuff I got to put up with? We've been married 32 years. She doesn't apologize. I'll get a sandwich. If she knows she did something wrong, yeah. She's shaking her head at me, so I'll probably be in trouble later.
I wonder if my friend over in England's gonna watch them.
Oh, Martin?
Yeah.
I wonder where Martin only makes it once in a while. I think he watches us after.
To the Phillies game.
Yeah, I know what you meant. The Phillies are over in England, and you were wondering if he was going to watch the game. He might.
Right, Kenny?
What's that?
He said, "Damn it, Kim, quit complaining."
Oh,
the Oilers are on tomorrow night.
Thanks, Mike. Not until September. I think it's third. Wait a minute. What year is this? It's third. It'll be 34 years. 34 years in September. The second to the last day of September.
There you go, too, babe.
It is that time of year. That's what you were saying, right? It's wedding season. Now, hey, that's still a good run, Kenny. Nowadays, a lot of people don't make it past 3-5 years or whatever. They don't understand. It isn't all glamour and romance. You got to wake up and say, "I'll try again tomorrow."
I'll just be like Eddie Murphy. You just go to sleep.
Yeah. You just go to sleep now.
No. I can serve you that. Why don't you just go to sleep?
You guys see what I got to put up with? Now I got to sleep with one eye open. I hear you, Tony. I hear you, man. I'm glad to hear on the first you're going to have your spot, man. That's pretty cool.
"53 years. Oh my gosh, Mark, that's awesome."
That is awesome, Mark. That's really good.
And Kevin 21 in a couple weeks.
That's awesome. That's good stuff right there.
How's the beard?
What do you guys think? Kim's not sure.
Looks funny with the long goatee.
Well, I mean, I got to give it a chance. Let me see. I'll put it this way and let you look. I mean, it's coming in. We'll see. We'll give it a couple weeks and see. I got to give it a little time to grow, hon. It'll catch up. I think my goatee's done. That's as long as it can get.
Bernie's in Sturgis. Chris only has one eye, so it's hard for him to keep one eye open when he's sleeping.
Come on, Chris. Oh my goodness. I guess you just have to blink every once in a while if that's the case, right? I can't even. I can't. I can't blink if the one. I don't know. Absolutely, buddy.
$17 for 2, dude. Hey, Don.
Yo, Don made it. What's going on, brother? What's good? There was a nomad that popped up on Facebook for sale. It's probably already gone. The guy wanted 20 grand for it, but I felt like it was worth it. It needed some body and stuff, but the gate was in good shape. And the guy didn't know much about it. He just knew he wanted 20 grand. His father passed away, and it had all the trim.
One said Don bought it already.
Don, he might have. It was a 55. It was a nice car. I mean, it had a pile of, you know how like it's in a garage, so it had stuff stacked on it, but you could tell with the pictures that the tailgate was nice. There was nice parts to the car. That guy that's on Facebook probably bought it. He buys every nomad that pops up. It seems like that. You know who it is, Don, that Rusty guy. He's the one that got that one that don't got the roof no more. And I saw a picture. I meant to tell you on Facebook. There was about 3 or 4 people standing around that car, and it had a roof laying on top of it. I can't believe it. I can't believe that they'll build that car, but we'll see.
Are we doing anything
I thought it was too, Don. Huh?
Are we doing anything tomorrow?
I don't know. Did you want to go somewhere?
No, you said you wanted to go to what you call it again. You had to take the stuff back. Harbor Freight.
Yeah, we can if you want to, but I don't have to. I was going to just sand on the car and mess around out back. If you want to go somewhere to the thrift place or something, I'll take you. Just let me know. We'll get it out of the way early.
You have to. The Phillies are on at 1 o'clock.
I also want to. I think I might tinker around on the Nova a little bit too. Kick around on that a little bit.
Take your right foot off the ground and twirl it clockwise, and take your right hand and draw a 6 in the air. It takes a little concentration. I can do it, but it takes concentration.
I agree with you, Don. I often say, just because, as one of my sayings at work is, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I think there's actually coins in there, in the Crown Royal bag back there. Is there coins back there?
Yeah. Well, didn't you have me run them over? I don't know. Let me take a look. I can't remember. I think I took them to the. Yeah. I think they're goofy ones. This was actually full of change, and Kim had me take it to the bank, and now it's just got funny money in there. Look at this. I got coins to give you if you ever come down one. It's all Canadian money. And I got a couple they're Canadian quarters. I got a fare for the trolley. I think this is for San Francisco. It's for Marta. Where's Marta? You know, like
Bay Area. Right. The transportation system in San Francisco is BART.
Yeah, but this one's Marta. I wonder what
it's not.
It's not San Francisco. But I got like a goofy.
No, you didn't. I have yours. You told me to put it on the TV for luck for the World Series. I think. It's still there. I had to pick it up to dust under it.
Everybody take a sip of whatever you got. If it's coffee, great. If it's beer, even better.
Desert Rat thought it was shop time.
It can be that too, brother.
Oh, there you go. Marty's in Atlanta.
Okay.
Bart's in the Bay Area.
Bart's the Bay Area. Yep. Marta. We're SEPTA here.
SEPTA? What's Pittsburgh?
Oh, I don't even know.
Is that a bus?
Is that a bus? My mom, don't make fun of her.
I saw that one. That's good. Did you have to give them shots before? Did you lose weight?
There's another goofy thing in here, hon.
We
This-
had a cat that we adopted. He was an old man cat that I had to give insulin shots to.
Yeah, Pudgy Wudgy.
Pudge the cat.
I guess this is it? Yeah, here's a Canadian dollar. I have a Canadian dollar here.
Yeah, I think that's what one sent us too. I think it's $1. It's over there on the.
Oh, his is in that white thing.
No, it's under the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So these were like what was left over from Uncle Bob's.
Oh, that's good one. That's a $2. It's called tuna. Uh-oh, commercial time. It must be 9 o'clock.
All right. Okay. All right. As soon as the commercial's up, we're gonna do our stickers and magnet. Let me put away this change. Starting to dig around.
You got him distracted now, one time.
It happens. Chaz is on the road. Are you in a hotel, Chaz? Did you make it to the first leg of the thing?
Not yet, Robbie. Not yet. He's got to do his thing.
I'm doing all this stuff. Okay, so could you show me that again? Okay, I see it. So we got the truck sticker, the BW garage sticker, and refrigerator magnet. Give me a number of 1 and 50. Between 1 and 50 for the stickers. Now go. Kim's running the contest now.
Because you were distracting.
I am a distracting person.
You're distracting and you were distracting.
Take a sip while you guess.
Oh, poor Bassam's calling them 2 at a time.
Oh, he's got a new system.
Henry, you're going to have to let us know if this one's ever come out before. Oh,
there it is. Henry won the number 9.
Henry, do we have an address to send these to you?
Yes, Henry.
You got a pen around here. I was supposed to make the new address list, fix up the address list today, but I got actually worked.
If you have a new address, could you send it to me on email, Henry?
No, wait a minute. Here's the number. Already got it.
There you go. The number 9, everybody.
Number 9.
The number 9.
Number 9.
I thought that was 8.
It's 9.
9.
Revolution.
All right.
9. I beat you to it, Robbie. Number 9.
Jazz is trying to run a scam again on.
Hey, Lonnie.
Yo, Lonnie made it. What's going on? Robbie's still guessing. Robbie. Robbie, Henry already won.
No, you can't do it.
Oh, man. That's great.
Don said that's what he was thinking too.
I'm telling you. Sorry, we'll let the clock do its number. The clock makes appearance every week too.
Uh-oh.
We were just talking happy anniversary. We were just talking about anniversaries. See, Chaz is another long timer. He's at 27 years.
Thanks for all the comments on my videos too, Chaz. I just haven't responded yet. I never know what to say. I feel like I say the same thing over and over again.
Well, that's okay, as long as it's just an acknowledgement, honey.
So when are you leaving? Tell Megan happy anniversary.
That's like what is that from you to where's the first stop at? Is it Tennessee is the first stop? And then it goes up to Kentucky or something. I can't remember. I kind of looked at the map. That's got to be nerve-wracking.
He's taking the Suburban, right?
Yeah, he's taking some. Well, that I mean, it plenty of room. And we'll see. I guess he
I
didn't.
don't know what's going
She
on.
said thank you. There it is. The first stop, 700 miles. That's about 12 hours. No matter how you slice it.
Well, he's used to driving his motorcycle up and down, so
Yeah. That's probably about that. It's probably even further for us, right? To Bowling Green. I think I looked it up. I think it was like 1,100 miles. I couldn't imagine trying to drive the gasser there. I'd have to stop for gas every 45
No.
minutes.
you'd have to stop for something. You'd have to stop because you can't
What?
to pee.
Oh, I got to pee a lot sometimes. I would just control that's been pretty good. I guess it would. I guess it would be it would be more of a gas situation with that thing. Because I was a couple people I want me to come to Bowling Green with the car. You know, I really should do that at least once. We'll see.
Hey, Slack Alice.
Yo, Slack Alice, what's happening, man? Oh, I appreciate it.
Hey, Randy Ron's here.
Yeah, thank you. We still chip at it, but we're playing with it. We go for rides. It's street legal now. we had it at a cruise in tonight before we got here.
Randy just got off the lake in Tennessee.
Oh, awesome, man. Were you just boating or are you fishing?
That's right, Kevin. You just have to pack a suitcase full of money for all that gas.
Oh, I'm telling you, it'd be one of them. And I don't want. I mean, from what everybody's telling me, that they have ample parking for your trailers and stuff like that. But I'd like to have one of those trailers that's air conditioned and has its own bathroom. Then I would want to put it in the campsite and just keep the car underneath the awning.
Now that's nice, Desert Rat. That's nice. Randy was boating. Very nice.
All right, cool, man.
That's right. You stop for gas and go pee.
Yeah.
Stop for pee and get gas.
It's the amount of times I'd have to stop for gas. Like I say, that thing, I'm about 5 miles to the gallon is the best that car is ever going to do. So that's not very good. That was not an economically sound decision, putting a big block in there with that big carburetor on there. From an economic standpoint, but from a smart, yeah.
Is that another one of those things like radiator and radiator?
Yeah. You know, I have a paddle. See that? Did you guys hear that? Can you hear that?
Hey, Chaz gets 17 miles to the gallon.
You know that I have that fifth gear. I can't even get it up into. I can get the RPMs down, Rick. I mean, it's got them big tall tires on there too. So that's the thing. Right now I got a 31.5-inch tire on there. And unless I'm on 95 and I'm cooking, I cannot get it in the fifth gear. It just doesn't need it. But you know, the gear vendor, I guess, would get me down more if I had to. But that's the reason I got the overdrive fifth gear. Yeah, that's right, Kenny. It's great for local events. It's good for that. Maybe we'll put something more economical in the Nova. Maybe we'll get us like a 5.3 like I had in my truck.
Oh, power.
A 5.3 liter V8 is plenty of power, honey. Especially for a little car like that.
Beat you in a race.
And LS ain't going to beat a big block anyway. It's not going to happen in my watch. I guess they make them now where they can. They put these turbos on them things now. Yeah, they are. You should have the same tanks I had on that when I had on that C30 I had. I think, what do you got? 16 or 17 gallon tanks on each side. It don't, Randy. It's not even close to economical. Is that better, hon? She just shrugged. She's like, whatever. She doesn't even speak hillbilly anymore. I'll get her saying words wrong.
I never spoke hillbilly. I was never a hillbilly.
Yeah, but you've lived with one for 34 years, and you kind of rub off a little bit. Yeah. I got an eyebrow. One of the guys I know at the car shows that always goes. He's got the 60th anniversary vet mid-engine, and that thing is nuts. And he said it's basically a cloaked Z06 because it's got the engine in there and all that other stuff. And he was explaining how the rear is so close to the transmission, and I couldn't own one of those cars. It's too much for me. Kim's matured.
Because probably I didn't give you the finger. I just raised an eyebrow at you.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Probably one. I'll take the brunt of that one.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too.
I thought what Randy said was funny.
It was funny. I guess it's a 2023, right? Too, babe. It was the 60th anniversary car. It's one of the mid-engine ones, so it's fairly new. Maybe it is 13.
I'm with you, Don. Give me a little vacation home in the woods. I said, I'm with Don. Give me a little vacation home in the woods.
Yeah.
Well, one's got a point there too, Don.
He was saying how sensitive the steering is on it. He's like, if you even turn the wheel like this, he said the whole car starts to turn. He's like, you got to really be careful.
2013 instead of 23.
Yeah, I think it is a 2013. It's all white. My brother Mark has a what year is it? Let me find it. He was sending me pictures. He jacked his up with the pallet jack. He knows that there's jack points for it and all that, and he put them at the jack points. But it was hilarious. He sent me this picture, and I was like, Mark, what are you doing? Let me find it. Let's see here.
Not even a vacation home, Don, just a house in the woods, far away from everyone.
Here's my brother. That's my brother Mark. He's in Texas. He's jacking up his vet. He crazy, man. He's a bigger version of me. That's him and his wife. That's my brother Mark, my baby brother Mark.
God, he looks like your father.
Yes, he does look like he looks just like my dad.
I do, Randy.
So just know you can always jack your Corvette up with a pallet jack if you got one. Yeah. I haven't seen him in a few years. He keeps trying to get me to come down. I'm gonna have to go down at some point, but we'll see. He's got a nice big ranch down there. He's got a couple hundred acres, I think, down there in Texas. He carved out a nice little life for himself. He's a master plumber down there. His wife there has her own beauty salon.
Anytime, Tony. We worry about you. No, that's his actual brother.
Yeah, he's my half brother. We have the same father, different mom, but he's a spitting image of my dad, a much larger image of my father though. My father was smaller. My dad was like, I don't know, 5'11". Mark's like 6'3". He's lost a lot of weight though. He used to be like 260, 270. He's down around 200 pounds now.
Jeff has got a big little brother too. 6'4", 320.
And Mark was a big little brother.
We drove through Texas, and we stopped there. Did he let me ride the horse? You were on the horse.
I rode the horse. I think you rode one too. We were shooting his pistol and riding his horses. But that
What
was
he, like
that was
14?
Terry. Huh?
What was he, like 14?
No, he was 7.
No.
He
Brian,
was.
you were like 20. How much older are you than you?
I guess he was about 15, 14 or 15. That was Terry's place. I guess, honey. You're going a long time ago, hon.
No.
I guess he is it. Yeah, but don't give me a bunch of crap. he's about he's about 6, 7 years younger than me. There's I got my local brother, Dan. He's about an hour from us. And let me see. He's got let me see. I can't find it.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for that text from Mark again because it had the other stuff in it. If I could find it. Now this is my brother. That's my brother Danny. He has the vet too. His is an 07. So it's pretty cool. But I like his Challenger better. He has a 16 black triple black 392 Hemi car. I like that one better than the vet.
He's got 2 brothers and a sister and a stepbrother.
Yeah. I got my brother that's local. We have the same mom and dad. But the brother in Texas, one's my stepbrother, but he's my brother anyway. I mean, we grew up together. You know, my mom and dad divorced very, very when I was very young. So, in fact, Michael, my stepbrother, him and I are really close. We're the same age, virtually 2 months older than Michael.
T-Babe has a sister-in-law that he sees only once a year. When's the last time we saw Mark? They came up here when?
Oh man,
like 15 years ago.
Something like. Well, I think the last time I saw Mark is when Dad died.
They were up here. They came here.
Yeah, but that was before Dad died.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because his sons were still young.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, I do need to go to visit Mark. That's cool, Kevin. Thanks, buddy. He's I think I don't quite. I know he's in the area, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He used to, and it still may be. He was in Grand Prairie, right by Arlington.
John's a middle child, right stuck in the middle.
My father, when he passed away, was 56. Robbie. Yeah, he had some health problems from I don't know if it was all. I know he was a heavy smoker. He died with lung cancer, but it was also, I think it was also related because he was in Vietnam in like 66, 60 when they were spraying all that stuff to to kill the vegetation down there and all. So I don't know if he got some of that stuff too.
Yep. Most of his childhood was in Butler.
Butler. I lived in Butler till I was 19. Then
you went to San Diego.
Yes. Until I was 19. Then I went to boot camp San Diego. Then I came here and I met somebody. Next thing you know, 34 years later, here I am.
In Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania. We should retire where I'm from because we could actually get a lot of property and a big house. I was
Right.
looking at all the stuff, but as long as Kim's parents are living and Kim and I are work, because there's no work there that would compensate the way our works compensate. But when we're done working, we'll see.
Maybe.
Oh, there's
We'll
a
get more snow.
yeah, there's like 40 acres in Sarver for $247,000.
No, Butler, Pennsylvania.
Butler,
Oh
Pennsylvania.
my gosh, Chris, that's terrible. I'm glad you got him out.
Good deal, Chris.
How old's my dad? My mom just turned 8. She'll be 81, and my dad is
Like
93.
93. Yeah. I mean, we honestly moved back here. Kim wanted to be close to her parents when I got out of service, but it was also work related. I mean, we couldn't go to my town. There's no way that we could have matched our incomes back home. So
Oh, what French salad dressing.
actually, Butler, Pennsylvania is also the home of the Jeep. They have a big Jeep festival every year. A lot of people don't know that, but the very first Jeep ever was built in Butler, Pennsylvania. Look it up, one. There's actually a couple people want me to bring my car home, and maybe next year for Palooza. There's my what's it called? High school reunion is like next month. I'm not going, but it's like how many years ago? It's the 40th.
Mark lived in Newcastle.
Yeah, it's like the 35th. I think it's my 35th high school reunion. But it's like, it's for everybody. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's more of like the good students. I wasn't one of those. So I don't know. So it's like, rather than do that, I think I might go for one of the they call it the Cruisapalooza, and they take over Main Street. And somebody's asked me about it like 2 years in a row, but maybe next year. I always say that, maybe next year.
He lived near Pittsburgh. We live near, and I live near Philadelphia.
Right.
So he's like a half hour, maybe 45 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
And then we're 20 minutes outside of Philly.
Yeah. I'm a door to door to my home.
You can say that again, Don.
Door to door was like 300 miles to my grandmom's. And but it's like, if I go to that Cruisapalooza, I'll just kill two birds with one stone next year. My brother keeps wanting me to go to his camp, and that's like 40 miles outside of Butler. So I could just trailer my car and we could stay at his camp, take the car down in the morning, and have the car show, and then go back to the camp. So we'll see. Maybe next year. I always say that. I have to have glass in the car, and I have to have at least epoxy on there, right? So that way it doesn't.
You need a trailer.
Yeah, and I need a trailer. Even if I just get an open trailer, I might just get an open trailer because I'm not going to go. I can't go. I'm not going to go far. I can't be away from Kim for more than 2 or 3 days. It's not her. It's me. I want to be home. So I don't know. I know I get to blame her, but it's not her. It's me.
I was one of the good kids, Kevin, and I went to my 30-year class reunion, and I felt out of place too.
I
was like popular and everything.
Yeah, I have plenty of friends, and I had friends. I really did. I felt in each of the peer groups in school. I got along with like it, but like the upperclassmen. When I say that, like the jocks and the guys, the letters and all that, like 5 or 6 of them guys, 7 of them guys, I could hang out with and all the time. But then there was like a group that led them that we weren't allowed around. It's like, yeah, you gotta get out of whatever, man. I'm not into all that stuff. I wasn't back then.
You can rent a U-Haul extra transport trailer.
Right. I would, but like I said, this I looked it up on my phone today too, because JR, this guy from back home, asked me about it, and I looked it up. It's actually the 23rd of June, and that's a Sunday. So, like I said, I'd have to go to my brother's camp, and then I'd have to come home for work. And I've already scheduled my vacation days for Fridays this year. So this year's out because I have to have glass and I have to have at least epoxy on the car. But I think I will go to the one next year because I want to show all my buddies my car. So we'll see.
All your girlfriends.
Here we go. See how jealous Kim gets. It's
Jealous.
terrible.
I'm not jealous.
What did you just say?
I said, and all your girlfriends.
I don't have girlfriends, honey.
I got girlfriends.
I didn't have a whole lot of those either.
Randy's 40th reunion is this year.
Kim greatly exaggerates or has an exaggerated mind of my extensive experience with ladies. I don't have a big repertoire there, hon. Yeah, I'd like to see.
My 40th will be in 2025.
Well, you went to your last couple with Julie.
No, I went to the 30th. And then they had I went to the 30th, and then they had the all school one again. So I went to that one too.
Yeah.
The whole class one.
Now I should be jealous because she goes to the one, and the guy she dated for her whole high school, almost married the guy. And she goes to these reunions, and I'm not allowed to go, and he's there. Who's the one that should be jealous? I'm not, but I should be, I guess.
There's a Facebook group and for two David from this high school, and they all want to fight.
He said he went to high school with Megan, but he might have a few crazy girlfriends from back then. I never really had a long-term girlfriend in school. I didn't even go to my prom.
60 on Sunday, Frank.
And then I got in trouble, so I moved away for half of my senior year and came back. And then I left again for the Navy.
Oh, Kevin married his girlfriend.
Yeah. Kim was my first long-term girlfriend.
Yeah, it was 3 months until we got married.
Yeah, but that was the longest I ever dated anybody. And that's true.
I've been to three, Kenny. And one was an all-class one. Two of them were all-class ones, actually, because it was the anniversary, the 50th anniversary of the school. Yeah, they were. School dances were the best back then. 3 and like 40. What is it? I'll be 40 years in 2025. Yeah.
I mean, I went to like junior high dances, and I never went to a senior prom. I'm not in any grade because a lot of people will go to 2 or 3. I never went to one.
I went to a lot of
proms. I got in trouble, and then I went to a different school for like 6 months and came home to graduate with my friends. And by then, when I came home to graduate, they had already sold the prom tickets, and everybody already had dates. And I was whatever. I just stayed home and played video games that night.
There's people keep in contact with one another and everything. I keep in contact with my best friend, and that's about it. My sister, she's got all these people that she stays friends with on Facebook and everything.
I have like that guy that responded to you in my BW garage, Terry. I mean, I went to elementary school with Terry, and I mean, we knew each other and were friendly to each other in high school. But I mean, he was in a different peer group. I mean, I was with the bad kids, and Terry was one of the good kids. But we were never enemies or anything. We were friends, But it's just one of those things. It's like some of my like really tight buddies. You guys will see like John Gregory. He was my best buddy, and from like I don't know 7th.
Go Oilers.
Take it easy from like 7th grade until 11th or 12th grade,
Frank was at a decent sized show, 274 cars. Bye, too, babe. Have fun at your wedding.
One of my best buddies comes in here once in a while, Elliot. Kim knows Elliot. That's one of my buddies. She
Bye,
does
Tony.
know. Take it easy, Tony.
Bye, Don. Have a good weekend. Bye, Lonnie. Hey, Big John, made it just to say in time to say goodbye.
That's cool. At least you stopped by, Ron. I appreciate it, man. Oh, look, we got a thumbs up on my screen. Somebody thumbs up us. That's cool. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up on your way out the door. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun talking to you guys tonight, right? We'll do it every week. So we find something new out about each other every week, man.
Have fun on your tour.
Yeah, Chaz, be safe, have fun, have a good time.
Happy anniversary.
Check in. Yeah, happy anniversary.
Don't forget to send where we can send the stickers, Henry. Na 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 na.
All right, guys. Till next week. Take care, everybody.
Bye.